International, Mr. A.C. Sanusi, to give you a welcome address. Please give everyone a applause.
Global say, and we participate fully in the activities of the organization. Today we are going to have a few activities that include a colloquy on peaceful assembly, which is very important because we believe that debate is the beginning of understanding. We believe that there is no way you can have understanding, there is no way you can agree to disagree without having a debate. And we believe that our ability to tolerate the views of others, no matter how passionately we disagree with them, is very important for creating a rights-respecting society. Another important thing also today, we are going to have a panel which will have very distinguished people, very distinguished activists and scholars who are going to talk to us and take us through the issue of peaceful assembly and the right to peaceful assembly, which is increasingly being threatened in this country.
Again, I'm going to tell you the big deal. The big deal, like imagine as secondary school students, as students in higher institutions, and someone says, oh, you don't have a right to some form of club that has a purpose. I'm not saying any club, I don't mean for that club. Club that has a purpose, or a society, or an organization that wants to do something good for society, or gathering young persons to speak about things that concerns them. Now imagine if you are told not to do that. What do you think will happen? How would you feel? Right? I want to hear, how would you feel? Sad, right? Because you already have this passion and this zeal to want to do something, but it's always saying, oh, don't do it. And the moment you keep on seeing this pattern, it becomes a problem. It means that gradually our voices will be stifled. Imagine you, what's it name? Exactly, to unite very things, right? Exactly. And next thing to the head, right? Now, good, that's a good example. And imagine you are being told, no, yes, your opinions don't matter, or your guidance don't matter. And that's a big problem. Now, we've seen situations where young persons like you, in secondary schools and higher institutions, who have actually converged young persons together to make a change. And that's the conversation we want to have to do. We want to make sure that you listen to this final section about freedom of assembly and how you can empower your voice wherever you are and speak up for your rights when you need to do that, right? So are you going to make sure that you listen up? Will you do that for me? Alright, that being said, I want to introduce the moderator for this final session. No other than my colleague, Mr. Maurice Hannes.
These young people with information. The truth is, if you're not armed with information, you can't do anything, you can't know anything. We're here today learning from Madam Buki, from Dr. Olabisi, from Daniel Black, learning, the nitty-gritties of the rights you have and the limitations. And how do schools do this? Organize forums, invite stakeholders to speak to these people.
We're talking about gatherings that pursue a particular cause, and I want to mention that it is necessary that when gatherings come together, that the leaders, the frontiers, they are intentional about developing or about getting skills of dialogue, of negotiation, of public speaking. You see, there's a problem when you are angry and you want to address people, probably your elders. You just say it as you think it. You say it as it comes from your mind. And most of the times when you deliver it that raw, when you push it that raw, you may miss getting the point. You may begin to attract some other sentiments and then detract people from the cause for which you're pursuing. So, to keep assemblies safe, we need the leaders of those assemblies with special skills of negotiation, with special skills of dialogue, with ability to communicate their information. So there comes the need for the information to be properly processed, packaged and delivered in the right manner. Doing this will ensure that the objectives for which that assembly was brought is kept in focus.
How do you think the social media play a role, the social media, in this?
Thank you. I'm smiling because even the Bring Back Our Girls movement, the Occupy Nigeria movement, the Fees Must Fall movement in South Africa, where students came together to advocate that their school fees must come down. Every movement, usually benefits from social media. So first is the fact that with social media, you can mobilize people. For Bring Back Our Girls, for instance, like I said earlier, the mobilization started online. What became a physical convergence on April 30th of 2014 started online. So you can mobilize and gather people. That's all. Social media is also advantageous in helping you shape narrative.
A very good afternoon to everyone here today. My name is Mustafa Hawa, a penultimate law student from Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. Due to time constraints, I would like to lean on the already existing protocol. Today, I'm going to be making a very short presentation on the role of protest in sparking change in our society. Now, I understand that quite a number of us here are very much familiar with the incidents that took place in 1929. Yes, I'm referring to the Aba Women's Riot of 1929, which was the first major revolt by women in the whole of West Africa. Now, if you're familiar with this incident, you would know that thousands of Igbo women marched to the town of Oloko to protest against the warrant chiefs who had imposed unacceptable policies on them. It would also interest you to know that the resultant effect of this protest was the eventual appointment of women into the native courts. Now, you would also want to know that nationalist movements and protests by prominent figures like of blessed memory Obafemi Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe led and contributed to Nigeria's independence in 1960.
Thank you all so much for coming. Good afternoon and a lovely afternoon to you all. My name is Ellen, as Aisha has already said, and I'll be your moderator for the day. So this is the moment that a lot of us has been waiting for. On the 23rd and 24th of April this year, we kicked off the second edition of our Intervarsity debate with 12 universities on board. We have representatives from those 12 universities in here, and I'm just going to call them. Please, can you wave and then signify that you're in here just for recognition?
Good day, everyone. Good day, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Naja Gives of Faith, and I am a representative of Bowen University, Iwo, Osun State. Today, we address the pressing issue of technology. Technology, I would say, can be a game changer, reducing Nigeria's cost of living. The impact of technology is very evident in our daily lives. Technology has helped us in diverse ways. COVID-19, we're all stuck at home. We had to find a way to use technology to learn.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, the judges. I am Joel Obumnemenebichi, representing the Enugu State University of Science and Technology. However, in as much as high cost of living is a major issue challenging Nigerian youths, it is not exactly the major issue. Since the removal of the fuel subsidy by the current administration, it has brought with it a couple of issues, and of course, the high cost of living is. There are other issues bothering Nigerian youths. We talk of unemployment, we talk of exploitation, we also talk about job creation.
Good day, everyone. It's a great thing that the people here today are mainly secondary school and primary school students. So I have one question for you. When you're done with university in Nigeria, what do you want to do next? Go abroad? I think that's the most important question that we get to ask today once we complete higher education in Nigeria. So for instance, some of my classmates who are just finishing school are thinking, okay, after this course, I'm going to go to Oxford or Harvard to get a degree or something like that. The question now is, if you graduated from Nigeria's premier university, that is the #1 university in Nigeria, Why do you need to go abroad to get another degree? The answers are simple, and I have 3 for you. The first one is the lack of economic opportunity. So what this means is that when people like you and myself leave school, there are limited opportunities for us, like, gain employment in either the public or private sector.